Alright, what is going on everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video what I got going on for you guys is we're going to be discussing how you guys can find more pairs to resell for less, how you can get better deals in sneakers, how you can source sneakers, kind of like a part 3, just, sourcing sneakers, I guess, because I've been making a couple videos on that recently. But one of the main things I think people find hard to do, that it's a misconception in my opinion, is finding pairs to buy, because there's always people selling, and I'm just going to kind of show you, I guess, what you should do to find better deals, stuff like that. So again, if you want more content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. It's trying to 300 likes on this video, that'd be great. And if you want to join my cook group down below, feel free to check that out. Drew and I have been working on that. I got daily under market deals, so you can make money on that. Again, we gave away a pair. We just gave away a pair of these on Thanksgiving, pure platinum dunk low, so stuff like that. Had a bunch of people hit the Hibbit restocks this morning, the CPFMs. We had botters, running people for them. So if you're interested in that, feel free to check the group down below and join the waitlist. The waitlist is free to join, and you'll only be charged if you're let in, so keep that in mind. But let's get into this video and discuss how you can get more sneakers to resell for better prices. So first things first, one of the main things that I do on a daily basis when it comes to sourcing sneakers and really building inventory is I do not ever target just one sneaker. That is one of the main misconceptions I think that people have when it comes to getting sneakers, is that they only go for one shoe. Like they'll, say buying midnight navies. But again, I think I was doing this the other day, and I was just targeting that shoe. But I think, and it's a little bit easier for me, I'll be honest, because I got a little bit more followers on my resale page and stuff like that, so I have more people that I can reach out to, and that's why building a following is important. Also, make sure you're getting connected in your local area and stuff like that. Is just you can have more people in general to contact about maybe asking for a certain type of shoe, prices, stuff like that. It's very important. But again, what I'm getting at right here by describing going for variety is, again, maybe you should target one model of sneaker, or maybe you should target the hype shoes right now. Like, don't just say looking for this Jordan 4, say looking for Jordan 4s, Jordan 1s, Jordan 1 lows, looking for dunks. Look for a variety of shoes so you can build that inventory, because that's really key, and that's really how you find more deals, is you don't just go for one thing. You really have to look in all the other areas and at all the other sneakers, and sometimes look at lightly used pairs. You can find a lot of money there and sometimes make some good profit reselling off lightly used sneakers. Keep that in mind. And when it comes to asking for these pairs and looking for them, again, if you have Snapchat or Instagram or maybe even Facebook, something like that, just post and say, hey, I'm looking for these sneakers. And, there's Facebook groups. Think about that. There's probably, a local sneaker group, maybe in your town or, in your city, something like that. You can join that group, start posting there, say looking for this, looking for that. And that's how you can really find deals and source more sneakers. It's not just by looking for one thing, really just trying to expand, your presence. That's really what it is. If you want to find the deals, you got to make sure that people know you're there to buy the deals. That's one of the things that I find very important. And also when it comes to searching for these deals, again, that's why you also post in all these places, is so you can find more people that are selling sneakers. You can negotiate here, things like that. And really one of my second tip that I have right here, when it comes to, again, finding more pairs, is bulk buying. This is one of the keys when it comes to finding sneakers for better deals. Like, I got these pure platinum size 9.5 and 11 for $175 each. I got these two grade school dunks right here, the two-tone grays. I got these for $125 each. Great deal. Again, $125 per. They go for about $150, $160, even more local. So again, when it comes to finding deals, that's why sometimes you ask for just more pairs. Maybe see if somebody has more that you could buy. And usually when I try and buy a bulk deal off somebody, I'll at least do 5 pairs. I mean, it's not a bulk deal unless it really is 5 pairs, or more than that. And again, that's why joining something like a group could be useful, because we got plenty of people in our Discord that bulk sell stuff like that. I do myself. Like, I have people that I personally connected with, and I buy bulk off them all the time. So again, people can hit me up, ask for certain pairs, stuff like that, and I usually try to get them for them. That's usually my goal. But hopefully you see what I mean, because I used my first 2 tips that I described in this video to get the exact deal that I'm showing you guys right here, right? Like, we got 4 pairs right here. I got 2 in my hand, but there's 2 more down here, right? And maybe you saw it in the thumbnails, like 4 pairs. But aside from that basic point right there, you see that I used my first 2 tips, because again, I went for variety and then I bulk bought. That was the key. I bought more pairs off of somebody, so again, they can maybe clear more profit off a few pairs. Maybe, again, if I just bought them individually, then they would have gone for, more profit on a single pair, if you think about that. Because let's be real, if I would just been like, yo, I'm looking for 1 pair of pure platinums, they probably would have tried to charge me the high, because again, it's one pair, it's more work for them to ship it out instead of, just putting all of them in a box and, mailing them out. So really try and look for bulk. That is the key, because again, when I bought 4 pairs, and then it just probably, took the hassle off them, having to mail them all out individually to different people. And then also, I wasn't just targeting one shoe. I went for, I was like, hey, what dunks do you have? That was really the key. So that's why it's important, I guess, to sometimes, like what you say, I guess. But again, you can really word anything however you want. Just really ask, like, I'm trying to bulk buy. What do you got? And one of the main things also I have to recommend here is if you are bulk buying, either run gift upon arrival with that person, which means you get the sneakers and then send them the money, or PayPal goods and services. I do not want to see any of y'all getting scammed. Do not use Apple Pay. Do not use Cash App. Do not use Zelle before the sneakers land. Don't do any of that with anybody online before you get the sneakers, or just don't use those payment methods. Those are unprotected ones. Only use PayPal goods and services or gift upon arrival, which means you send them money when you get the shoes. Those are the only 2 ways I pay, and those are the only 2 ways I recommend you guys pay also for sneakers when you buy and sell, because I don't want to see you guys getting ripped off. And again, one of the main places I find bulk sellers is on Instagram. He's probably not going to like me for this, but Scrooge Kicks, shout out Scrooge Kicks. I've bought bulk off him, I think twice. Yeah, 2 times. Again, both good deals. Don't be afraid to throw those offers out there. Get connected locally. That's really one of the main keys. And that's why you got to make an Instagram resale page. That's why you got to do that and follow people in your local area. Stay consistent posting there, like post in your story, be active. That stuff is important. Post Instagram reels. It really is. It's how I built my following originally. Like I used to run like little like story steals and like story sale like story post sales, stuff like that, with like a bunch of pairs. I would post a wide variety of things like designer bags, sneakers, chains, things like that. So that's how I really built my following, and I recommend you guys do the same. And finally, the last 2 things I want to mention, which I think are very important when it comes to finding sneakers to resell and for under market prices, is joining a cook group or restocks. These are 2 very important things. So when it comes to restocks, the Hibbit app, that is one of the main locations. Lost and Found's restocked this morning. We cooked those again. I'm very happy about that. So again, joining our group could be something useful like that for restocks, because we have like a guide for it. We have people that are very experienced in that area, so they kind of know more or less how to use that app to their advantage and actually hit more on those restocks. So we have some people that are pretty consistent with that, like some people that hit multiple pairs, things like that. So if you guys are interested in that, of course, learning more about those Hibbit restocks, copping restocks in general, again, and this is another important tip I have, is always enter in raffles. Don't sleep in raffles. I notice people do a lot, and you always just got to give it a shot, because you can hit. It is possible. I've hit on raffles before online, those big sites before too, like the big ones like Bodega, things like that. I have hit on those raffles. It's not impossible. Patience is really key. You got to enter multiple times, also a few emails, things like that. But that's really it, the main tips I have. Again, if you want to learn more about restocks, copping sneakers like that, if you have any questions about like bulk sum with, not bulk sum, but bulk buying with me, things like that, again, join the group. Waitlist is free to join. That's all down below. Check out my Instagram. You can ask about like bulk sellers they are, things like that. But we got some in our group if you want to get connected with them. But that's everything I really need to mention right there. So thank you guys. Check us out down below. And that's, yeah, again, I need to mail a bunch of stuff today. I got tests and stuff I need to take. So it's a busy day. That's really what it is. But I'm Tristan. Thank you guys. And hopefully I will catch you on the next one soon. Peace.